Hey guys. It's back. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel. Give me the fufu juice.
Oh! I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a Wheatie.
You found a Wheatie?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, the day before Memorial Day, and I am out at a beautiful park area I've never been to before, about 45-50 minutes from home. And just got here. It's 9 o'clock straight up. I've been here probably 5 minutes. Had 3 signals. First was a pull tab. Second was just some little piece of gook. Third was showing deep though. And I got my first coin for the day. It is a wheat penny. So let's take a look and see what we've got. Here it is in the hole starting to dry up. You see the wheat on the back of it. It's it says 12 or 42. I cannot tell. Let's get a little closer. Sorry for the... I still can't tell. Let me clean it up just a second here. There we go. It's a 19-1 something or other. I can't tell if that last number is a 6 or a 4. Depending on how I hold it in the light, it looks like it could be either way. That is a good sign though. We're definitely going to take that. Let's keep going. Well, this isn't what I expected. Look how far down there my pinpointer is. It's like double pinpointer depth. It's like 16 to 18 inches. And I got this. It looks like a big ball of lead. It's heavy. It's fizzing. What the heck is it fizzing for? That kind of has me slightly worried. Why is it fizzing? Do you guys see that? I just found this thing in here and it's fizzing. I don't know what this is. I'm going to kind of set it off to the side and keep an eye on it. It's heavy though. What the heck? This is going to be a weird day, isn't it? Holy cow. Check this out. I know it might not be anything super spectacular. Oh, it's pretty though. Look at that. Look at that. It's just a 2-hole button. But it was deep. It was like 7 inches deep, roughly. Really pretty. It looks like it has a blue enamel on it and gold gilt, but it's lightweight, so I think it's probably closer to 1900, 1920 or something like that time frame, but it's cool. I like it. So we're going to take it and keep going. Check her out there, fellers. I'm back in the area that I started with in the park. The park's kind of laid out in an area like this, an L-shaped, with a playground over here in this section that I'm not touching. I went over in this section of the L up near some houses and it was just garbage. Found an ashtray and part of a pipe covering. Worked my way back over around to this area and I got myself a buffalo nickel. It is a crusty one too. Look at this sucker. There's the buffalo. You can see that part. But the other side with your Indian head on it, and that is hard to make out, isn't it? You can see it right there. There would be a date right where my thumbnail is. But I guarantee you that sucker is going to be wore off a long time ago. Haven't found a buffalo nickel yet this year. I do not believe, so I will take it though. That's a nice find. There is stuff in here, but it's hard to find. I guess if it were that easy, nobody would be doing it. You'd get bored though. I apologize if there's a bit of wind. Look how deep my pinpointer is. Yet another one that's 9 plus about 4 or 5 inches there. And that's what we got. I got a compact. Check that out. It says Luxor. Now, I don't know if Luxor was a brand, or I doubt this is referencing the hotel out on the Vegas Strip. But that is really cool, isn't it? There's stuff on the back. I can't tell what that says right there. But there's something on it right there. Rouge, something rouge. And it might even open, but I'm not going to try to open it while we're out here. I think I'm going to wait until I get home. That's really cool. That's another nice relic for the day. Definitely will take that. That's the kind of stuff I like to find, so I'm good with that. Almost lunchtime, so I'm going to give it a little bit more here, and we'll break for lunch. It is a different day. It is not windy today. There's just a gentle breeze right now, which means the mosquitoes are back out, unfortunately. But the temperature is nice, so I can be in a t-shirt today. I'm at a park I haven't been to before. It's been here for a while, so it's not a new park. It's been around for close to 100 years. But holy cow, is this place trash. Just pure trash. So I'm off to one little shoot area, one end of the park, where away from like the pavilions and basketball courts and stuff, where hopefully I might be able to get out of the trash and find something. I found this. Just found me a part of a spoon or knife handle, and it looks like it's got some fanciness to it. So let me clean it up a little bit and we'll take a closer look at it and see what we got. There we go. It is a pretty one, isn't it? I'd like to have had a set. This could be silver plate. I don't think it's silver. It has Royal P Company or something like that on the back. Pretty nice little piece. I like it. I'll have to look at the broken end there and see what it looks like. I don't think it's going to be silver though. Silver plate. See, some of the stuff looks like it's rubbing off right there. But I definitely think it might be silver plate. We'll check her out later. We're going to keep going. See what we can find. And just like that, we're here. We're done. I can't honestly say that I am going to call that one of the best hunts of my career. But nonetheless, we did still have some fun and found some interesting stuff. It's getting hard to detect right now where I'm at. It's as of right now, which is a few days after the when I shot the footage for the video, it's hot now. We've had a tiny bit of spotty rain, enough to make everything super humid. And everything, the grass outside looks like burnt toast. It's so dry. So it's hard to dig in the ground. When you dig into conditions like that, you leave marks in the grass. So you got to be picky about where you go at all. So I'm having trouble getting out and finding places, and I only get to spend a little bit of time out when I go. But given that, I think we did pretty good for the day on a couple of untested sites. Let me show you what we did come away with. That's the pile of stuff. I was running into situations where this is just a little bit of it, but I was finding tons of like this slag stuff. I'm not sure, and little like wadded up bits of aluminum like this and stuff like this. I think part of the area that I was in was garbage dump, and I was weeding through the garbage dump basically. Got some Zinkins, some clad, tag off of something, I don't know what it is. It's maybe like a rose tag or something probably. The oddest object that I found possibly ever, if if you can hear, this thing is heavy. This thing's probably, I haven't weighed it, but it's a good 6-7 pounds at least. I mean, it is really heavy. I don't think it's solid lead. If this were solid lead, it would probably be closer to 20 pounds plus. But my gosh, it's got a massive metal content to it. As soon as I get the pinpointer anywhere even near it, it starts going off. Did I mention it was heavy? And I don't know where in here because I did clean it up. I think it's up here somewhere. You saw when I got it out of the hole, it was hissing at me. I don't think I've ever found anything that hissed at me. I'm not sure what to make of that. I have no clue. I honestly have no clue whatsoever what that is. If anybody recognizes it, has any idea whatsoever, please help me because I don't know. Moving onward, got a couple of pennies that were mangled by the mower, and they happen to be my oldest ones of the group. Got a nice silver plate from a spoon or a fork. That was Royal P Company is a mark on that. It's Royal Plate Company. This pattern on this is called Royal Plate 2. Real creative, right? This is from approximately 1910, and it is plate. It is not solid silver. That button I thought was pretty. It's nothing special, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty. Got that wheat, 1916, an unknown buffalo because it is, as you can, I don't know if it's going to make the little dealios. Yeah, it is kind of, I like that. It's kind of cool. It's a trippy pattern with the lights bands going across, but it's an unknown date. And this turned out to be one of the most interesting finds of all. Let me show you a little bit closer. That's that compact that was so deep it did come clean. It says Luxor on the back. And on the bottom, it's kind of hard to make out, and I think I got it upside down. That right there says Rouge, or 1005 Rouge. This is from about the 1930s. And it does have the original cloth that was inside it. So you're looking at a compact that's almost 100 years old that still has, except for the powder that disappeared over time. That's pretty cool. But this gets more interesting. Check this out. The Luxor name, you would think, because it evokes a feeling of exotic and wild and Egyptian and stuff like that, which is exactly what the name is designed to evoke and make you think of. It's actually a product of the Armour Meatpacking Company. Okay, so what do they have to do with cosmetics, you might ask? Well, you should really read up on the history of the meatpacking industry in the United States. It's quite eye-opening, especially around Chicago area, where it was just a blood fest. The stuff that they did to people back in those times was just, I mean, it's hard to even read. It was so bad. The way they treated people for profit was absolutely horrid. And the things that were discovered out of this are what led to some of the modern day labor laws and things like that. But in an attempt to use all parts of the animal, because the Armour family did not like to waste anything. It's like waste is a sin. They wanted to make use of all of these things. So they used them for soaps, they used them for cooking products or whatever. And one thing that they or people associated with a company investigated was using them in beauty products. So they started a line, I think they started out with just a couple of simple products and expanded out from there. But they started making beauty products under the name Luxor. They first used that somewhere right around 1910. And a couple of the products really kind of sort of took off. In the overall scheme of things, it never was a massive part of the profit for the armor company, but it was a way to get profit that they normally would not have had, because they would have had, this would have been waste byproducts that they were using to put into the beauty products that they were making. So really interesting story there. This came out of the meat packing industry, pork, beef, stuff like that especially. And I highly suggest, if I can remember it, I'll put the name of a book that you would probably like in the description, that has some of the history from the standpoint of one of the immigrant families that worked there. It is a fictional story based on factual occurrences, but it describes the atrocities that really went on in the meatpacking industry back in the day, and it's absolutely fascinating, but it's absolutely horrifying at the same time. But you never know how the things you are going to find are going to connect you back to these pieces of history unless you take the time to investigate them. And that's part of why I like to metal detect, is because little innocent things like this, once you start looking into the history of something so simple, will connect you to places you never thought you would go. So with that might be the last bit of metal detecting I can get out and do for a little bit, unless we get some rain or I travel somewhere else or get out in the woods. I'm not sure, but hopefully you guys got something out of that. I had fun with it, even if I did get hissed at. So I'll talk to you guys later, and happy hunting.